Do you know one dangerous thing in life? That is completing school without learning any skill. It's like you preparing yourself to become unemployed. And the problem is that sometimes these students don't even know the skill to learn. Some don't even know the skills available. And some even think these skill learning is not even important. So they end up going through the school without learning any skill. And some even says, what I need is just a certificate. But the truth is that companies nowadays don't care about certificates. What they care is that the skill you have and how you can help the company. That's what they need. Because now it's very easy for you to get a certificate, right? So what they need right now is the skill. But here is the case, most students complete school without a skill. And some even think, oh, it doesn't matter. I'll decide or I'll learn after school. But during that time, that life become hard. You don't even have the time to learn a skill. So I've done a couple of research, gather some information about some top skills, right? About 10 of them that you can pick one and master whilst you're in school, or even as you're out of school, so that companies can start chasing you like the way they have been chasing some of my friends. For me, I have a gun, so they don't chase me. Yeah, that's just by the way. So stay with me while I take you guys through those skills and some of the online resources that can help you to master those skills. But before I continue, don't forget to hit the subscribe button.
You got this, man. You got this, man. You got this.
Success is in the effort.
And you know one good thing about the skills you're about to discuss today, it doesn't matter the certificate you have, it doesn't matter the course you are doing, or maybe what you are pursuing in the university. What you need is to master this skill and you're good to go. Companies don't need you to be a computer science student or maybe to have a specific certificate for you to get those roles, right? What you need is to master those skills, and that's all you need, right? So the first on the list we have today is what? Cybersecurity. I know a lot of you guys know about cybersecurity and heard about it, but I don't actually know what cybersecurity is about. So cybersecurity is about protecting organization, individual, or company data from cyber attack, right? So that's the job of a cybersecurity expert. You have to protect those information, those data, those valuable assets against the data attack, right? So in building a career in cybersecurity, what you need to do is you have to understand the fundamental IT concepts. You have to master those skills, right? You also have to be practicing a lot. You have to practice online with a lot of different platforms, right? You have to practice. And also, cybersecurity is a very dynamic field, right? You all know that. So there's a need for you to continue learning. You have to continue learning new things, right? And also you have to build relationship with other cybersecurity professionals out there, because it will help you share ideas, connect with them so that you can, it's helpful in recommendation, right? And also it's help you to also understand what is being done in other industries, right? So there's a need for you to build connection. Okay, so some of the key roles in cybersecurity is you can be a cybersecurity analyst. You can also be a cybersecurity engineer or an ethical hacker, right? So you can learn cybersecurity on platforms like Coursera, Udemy, TryHackMe, Hack the Box, a lot of them, and even YouTube. You can learn cybersecurity on YouTube. All right. So in all, you have to build connection because it's very, very important. Okay. The next we have on the list today is what? Data science and analytics. Because right now the world is being moved by what? Data. There's data everywhere, both social media, institutions, organizations. They're generating data every day. So there's a need for data scientists and data analysts to use this data to inform decision making. Okay, so if you want to be a data scientist or a data analyst, what you need to do is that you have to have a strong foundation in statistics and programming. These some of the key areas you have to pay attention to. Also, you have to work on personal projects to build a portfolio. You have to work on personal projects. This is also very important, and some maybe internships so that you can get the industry experience. Also, you have to know how to communicate effectively through visuals. Okay, you have to use the data to communicate to your audience using visuals, because the audience may not understand the data and how what you're trying to say, but when you use visuals, it's help your audience to really understand what you are talking about. Okay, so in all, you have to also build connection with other data science and analytics professionals, right? So that you can get more insights about what is being done in the industry. So the next on the list is software development, because there's always a need for platform development and application development. There's always a high demand for software developers. So learning a software development skill is very, very important to help you go a long way, right? So some of the skill that you need to know while building a career in software development is you have to decide whether you be a front end, a back end, mobile dev, or a full stack developer, right? And also you have to master programming. You have to know how to program. You have to master programming language like Python, JavaScript, C++, Java, PHP, and the rest. Okay, so based on this there's a specialization. So if it's a front end, meaning that you're going with you're going with JavaScript. If it's a backend, you can decide whether it's PHP, Java, Python, and even JavaScript, right? So based on what you want to do, then you master the programming language that is best for that particular specialization. Okay, so you also have to build projects to apply your skill, because if you are learning and you don't apply those skills, it means that whatever you are learning, it doesn't make any impact, right? You have to make sure you build projects so that you can test your knowledge on whatever you are learning, right? So building projects as a software developer is very, very important. Also, you have to make sure you build the connection, right? You have to make sure you communicate with, or you build connection with other developers to help you get more insights about software development. Some of the core areas in software development is you have the front end development, you have the back end development, and also you have full stack development, mobile app development, and also software engineering. So you can learn these skills on platforms like Code Academy, Free Code Camp, Udemy, Coursera, YouTube, and the rest, right? You can learn this skill on these platforms. Yeah, so it's good for you to enter into software development. The next on the list to discuss is UI UX design. So UI stands for user interface and UX stands for user experience. So before any app will be developed, there's a need to design prototype of the app for the stakeholders involved to approve how the app or the system will look like before developers start to implement those design. So there's always a need for a UI UX designer. So if you are planning of starting a career in UI UX design, it's a good idea, right? So to build a career in UI UX design, you have to showcase your skill through projects. So you have to make sure you design a lot of projects. You either mobile application, website, or even web applications. So you have to showcase those projects so that whoever wants to employ you, or whoever you are going to work with, whether the client, you can showcase those projects to the client for the client to go ahead and work with you. Okay, so you have to also understand user-centric design. When you're designing, you have to focus on the user and user preferences. because if you don't get this thing right, meaning that you will be designing for yourself, and you know that the system that you are building, you're not building a system for yourself, you're building for what? Users, right? So there's always a need for you to what? Design a system that is usable. Okay, you also have to build connection with also other designers. It's really, really important. So some of the core areas in UI UX design is what? User research, understanding the needs and behavior of users. Also, we have the interactive design. That's designing intuitive and engaging user interactions. Okay. We also have visual design, creating visually appealing and user-friendly interface. Okay, this is important. Also, you can learn UI UX design on platforms like Coursera, YouTube, Udemy, Figma, and also Adobe SD. Okay, so one of the tools that is recommended for UI UX design is what? Figma, because of it enables you to collaborate with other stakeholders, right? So it is important for you to master Figma because they have a lot of features. You have a community section that can help you get more insights about whatever system or whatever app you are designing. Okay, so if you want to go into UI UX design, these are kind of the few things that you have to pay attention to and focus your energy towards, right? The next skill is digital marketing. Why do business need a digital marketer? So businesses need experts to promote what? Their brand online. Okay, so there's a need for digital marketers. There's a high demand for this particular skill because companies need people to promote the brand online. So they need someone with social media marketing skill. They need someone with affiliate marketing skill and also influential marketing strategy that can help collaborate with influencers to reach target audience, because you have to make sure you are able to reach out to your audience online, right? Because right now it's hard for you to meet people and try to convince them or market your product to them physically. But when you're able to master digital marketing, you can be able to reach a large range of audience online. So in building a career in digital marketing, you need to understand marketing funnel. That's learn about customer journey stages. It's very important. You have to also market digital analytics. You have to stay updated to the trend, and also you have to build connection with what? Other marketers. So some of the key areas of digital marketing is we have SEO, that's search engine optimization. We have content marketing. We have social media marketing. We have email marketing, affiliate marketing, and also influential what? Marketing. So that's it for digital marketing. So you want to venture into this particular skill, you have to make sure you get the necessary tools, the necessary skill set. So you can learn this skill also on Google skill set shop. And also you can use Hotspot Academy and even YouTube. You can learn a lot of things about digital marketing on YouTube, right? So make sure you get the necessary materials and necessary resources to master this skill. The next skill we have to also what is IT support and help desk. Every business, every organization needs an IT support what specialist, because right now that every company is trying to move to digitalize every aspect of their department in their organization. There's always a need for what IT support specialist, because they are going to help other staffs to whenever there is an issue. So as an IT support, you may be taking care of hardware, software, networking issues. You have to make sure also know how to troubleshoot and also communicate, because you'll be working with staffs. If you know how to communicate with them very well, okay. So if you are preparing to build a career in IT support, you have to make sure you obtain the fundamental basics of what IT, right? You have to understand the fundamentals of IT. Also, you have to develop strong problem-solving skill, because you'll be solving troubleshooting tech problems, right? You have to make sure you know how to troubleshoot and solve problem effectively. Okay. You also have to develop excellent communication skill, because you'll be talking with users. So you have to know how to communicate information. You have to know how to handle situation, right? It's very important. So some of the key roles in IT support is that we have help desk technician. So the first point of contact for users, right? And also we have the desktop support technician, right? They focus on hardware, software, and network issues. We also have the IT support specialist, that is handle small complex technical issues, right? Yeah. So you can learn these skills on Coursera, Udemy, YouTube, a whole lot of platforms that are available for you to learn IT support skill, right? Also, the next on the list we have what? Project management. They have project management. So why do we need project management? So we need people to manage projects in the organization, right? Because effective project management is very, very crucial for business success. If you don't get a good person or someone to manage projects, you always have projects left unfinished, right? So in building a career in project management, you have to start with small projects to build a portfolio. Because you have to build a portfolio to showcase your potential employers, right? You also have to they learn to inspire and motivate team members, because as a project manager, you'll be managing team, so you have to know how to inspire them and motivate them. Okay, because it gets to a point that the task become very, very hard to complete, and developers become very, very difficult to deal with. So you have to know how to motivate and how to inspire developers, right? Okay. So also you can utilize tools like Trello, Jira to manage projects, right? To manage projects. Also, we have to build a connection with what other project management managers. It's help you to know a lot about what is being done in that particular what field, right? So you have to make sure you pay attention to that. So some of the core areas in project management is you have project initiation, we have project planning, we have project execution, and also we have project monitoring and control. And lastly, you have what? Project closure, right? Those are the core areas of what? Project management. Okay. The next skill to talk about is business analysis. That's understanding business processes and recommending what? Improvements. Okay. So some of the core areas for business analysis is what? Requirement gathering, identifying and documenting stakeholders' needs is very crucial. You also process modeling, analyzing and optimizing business processes. You also have to know data analysis. You have to know how to use data to inform decision making, right? It's very, very important. You have to know solution evaluation, right? Assessing potential solutions against business needs, right? Also, there's change management, managing the impact of business change. Okay, so in building a career in business analysis, you have to make sure you develop strong analytical skill, right? Practical problem solving and data analysis. All right, you have to make sure you also learn how organization operates. You have to know how the organizations what operate, because if you don't understand how things are being done in the organization, it's very hard for you to be at a business what analysis. You have to make sure you know how to what network with stakeholders and what business users, because if you don't know how to network with these people, you work with be very hard to what to implement, because the people will be dealing with each and every day. So you have to know how to what deal with them each and every day. Yeah, so that's it. So there are a lot of skills out there, but these are the few ones with high employment rate. But then, if you want to learn a skill, make sure you put in all your energy, right? You have to go all in. Don't be doing like slow when you're learning a skill, right? Because you have to master it. When you master it, that's why you're going to be on top of so many people. You're going to champion the skill that you've learned, right? And it will come with a lot of opportunities, right? So make sure you master it and master it well. Okay, yeah. So if you like this video, make sure you subscribe, share, and leave a comment.